Welcome to Autism Academy, a fully accredited school whose foundation is built on four fundamental building blocks. In this four-part series, we will be taking a look at what each building block means to AAED and how they impact every decision we make and shape the Autism Academy you see today. Alright, so this school isn't always quiet, but the heart behind this building block is that AAED does everything possible to give these students a productive and peaceful learning environment.
One of the amazing things about the teaching staff at Autism Academy is that all of the teachers and paraeducators want to work specifically with students on the autism spectrum. So their investment in our students is very high and they're very excited about every win. They believe in them, they see more in them than others have maybe seen in them in the past, and they really call out the best in every individual child.
I was a special ed director in the charter schools. I was overseeing a program in one of the charter schools that was geared towards students with autism. When that program left the charter school and the kids had to be placed out, I had to look for other placements. When I went out into the community looking at all these different placements for students, I didn't find one school or one program that was designed specifically for students with autism only. There were many programs, great programs, but none of them were addressing all of the levels. Myself and my late husband talked about it. When we began the school, we thought we'll just start with a little school, just a few teachers, and we'll just put together a really good program.
I think it's a good environment for students because, like our motto says, we put our students first. So, if they have a problem with loud noises, we get them noise canceling headphones so they can refocus on their learning. If you need a break, ask for it. We're more than willing to give you the break. We're really about making the students love school, giving them that experience where they want to come to school and they come in, they see their friends, they see their favorite teacher, and they know that they can do their work. And if it gets overwhelming, they can get that break, go to the sensory room, go for a walk. We're going to make sure that they get it, make sure they're comfortable. It's just what we do at AAED.
The Autism Academy campuses are designed specifically with students with autism in mind. And so there's a great amount of sensory support, both in the classroom and in sensory rooms throughout the buildings. Every building has a sensory room, and we have sensory support items in the classrooms available for the students to use. So whether that's objects that they need to handle, like fidget spinners or squeeze balls, as well as alternate seating options like wobble cushions and sitting on a ball maybe if that's what they need. We also have a quiet corner in every classroom that students can go to. And our teams do a lot to make sure the environment is safe and clean and as quiet and free of aversive distractions as possible.
Thinking about what they go through sitting there. Math tends to make kids nervous, so I always think through how to get them to be more relaxed with math and how to learn it, as opposed to me just doing my thing, or I'm going to be this authoritative person that I'm going to try to actually help them to learn the math and just relax. A lot of kids come into a room and they say, I'm not very good at math, I hate math and things like that, and that's my goal, is to make sure that math might not be their favorite subject, but that they understand it and feel successful and confident in it, as opposed to always struggling. And so that's kind of my goal, that they understand it, that at the end of the year they walk out and say, now I know I'm good in math.
We have such a great structure, and there's breaks and sensory breaks built in, and the specials that are built in to accommodate all the kids and their individual needs. And I think that's the biggest part of it, is their individual needs. When kids' individual needs are being met and promoted, when they have certain things that we need to do to adapt to their needs and not make them fit into our program, that makes for a more organized, a more well-run classroom where the kids are working quietly and they are doing their best. And they're able to do their best because they're all at their own individual level. And that's what we do, is we tailor every program to their individual level. And we're challenging them along the way, but we're not over-challenging to where it creates behaviors and disruption in the classrooms. So that is our number one goal. We always want the kids to be doing their best.
I found AAED searching social media one morning. I was desperate to find a great school for my son, and I found myself looking at an ad on Facebook for a private school for students with autism that had assistance with tuition. I thought it was too good to be true, and I wound up calling and speaking to the executive director, and it has been a joy since then to discover that we had found the right thing. I remember telling the owner once that it had been several years since I had had to worry about school for my kids, that I could just send them and I knew that they were in good hands and that the people that were working with them were passionate about helping them succeed. One of the amazing things about the staff here is how much they really do care about the students. And that, for me as a parent, was the number one concern, that these teachers really did care about their long-term outcome and were invested in their future.
We started out with 26 students, 4 teachers, and from there it just grew. By the next year it doubled and it doubled. But at the same time, we never compromised what we were doing. We never compromised programming. We always looked at bettering it each year. Now we have over 600 students, but not only that, we have lots of coaches and lots of support for the teachers. We have programming for where paras that want to be teachers, we're supporting them in ways of not just encouragement, we're also supporting them by scholarshiping them and helping them to get more education, to become those teachers, to go into our classrooms, and to really grow our programs strong.
If you're looking for education and not just pushing your child through the door, Autism Academy is definitely the place. I've witnessed it too many times, and the buck stops here. Your child will get from kinder to out the door with a high school diploma if you just give Autism Academy a chance to show your child the love and commitment that they need during their time of education.